Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, I always tell you about how it looks outside. It looks pretty nice. The sun is out. It's a great day. I just let the dog out and back in. He wanted to stay out there a little bit longer, but I told him I was on a time schedule, that I had some people that may be coming to see me this morning on the Facebook Live. So he was looking a little sad, but he's in the house. And he has his treat, so he'll hold until I'm finished. But good morning, good morning. How you doing this morning? So glad that this is an opportunity that God has given me again to come and just say a word, say something that may make you think, may make you write something down, may make you start your book. I'm just making it a point to be here every single day, Monday through Friday, unless it's a holiday or something. Then I won't come because I know you won't come. Good morning, Joan, my friend. Good morning. Good morning. Um, just want to say it's just exciting, some of the things that are happening. I think I've been given this gift of an opportunity to even come into Facebook Live and speak every morning. I have some other platforms I'm going to try to work. I'm just trying to work everything, and sometimes I'm just so busy once I finish this to get to the next thing that's due. I'm going to work it all out, though. God is working with me to work out some things. But today we are going to talk about a gift. What's in a gift? What is it? Do we do it? Do we give gifts? Sometimes we don't even realize that to just have a friendship or a loveship, that's a gift. It's been given. To have life every day, that's a gift. It's been given. And we take it for granted. We sometimes take things for granted, and we don't want to take this life for granted. I know I certainly don't. In fact, yesterday I heard that this wonderful woman I always see all the time is Mrs. Mack, Gloria Mack, had passed, and I was just devastated when I heard the news. I said, "Oh my God!" Every time I saw her, we always had these plans where we were going to get together. And you have to understand that sometimes when you see somebody and there's just something about them that makes you feel like they're a gift to know, a gift to be around, a gift to be in their presence, you acknowledge that. And I always did every time I see her, and she'd do the same thing to me. But God brought her home to him, and sometimes we just never know. So what to me a gift is to tell somebody that they love them right now. So I'm gonna tell you I love you right now, just in case something happens between now and the next time we get an opportunity to see face to face or see virtually, or I'm on live, or you're doing something that I'm able to witness who you are and what you're doing and how you're doing. So I say good morning. I'm gonna start off with, are you stuck? Periodically, we are all stuck. We're going to be stuck on certain things. It may be that we're stuck on sadness. Our heart is heavy because something has happened that's out of our control. Or we're stuck on the economy could be stuck, and we're stuck in pandemic. So there's just so many things to really be concerned about, that say that maybe we're not as able to give a gift as we used to, because distance may be forcing us not to be able to recognize somebody's birthday or anniversary or all those kinds of things that we've always celebrated. In my lifetime, we've always celebrated birthdays, anniversaries, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and it just is showing you this COVID-19 is showing us what distance does. Distance does a lot of damage to some people who are very socially oriented. That was their upbringing. And, I know for me, culturally, we always got together on holidays. In fact, Mother's Day was bigger than any day for us, because my mother had 10 children, so everybody always made it a big deal to see mom on Mother's Day, or if they didn't see her, they sent her something, piece of change, as she called it. And I had one brother named Bob, who's gone now, and he would always say, "Lily." That now the older kids called my mother by her first name, "Lily, we know you're broke, But I got a gift for you, Lily. He would always kind of make it funny. Got a gift for you, Lily. You're broke. My mother would always say, I'm broke. Put some money in the hand. And they would do it. He would do it. And he would get drunk on Friday, go see mom on Friday because he knew that was the day that he got paid. And my mother said, I know the eagle has flown. And I said, okay, the eagle, that must be money. So he would give her money on Friday while he was drunk. And then on Monday, she'd give it back to him. They had this plan. It was just the mother understood. So it really wasn't the gift that she would keep in this instance, but other times we all gave her money. In fact, when my mother passed away, I found money in envelopes that we had given her that she really didn't need anymore. She didn't really care. She just loved the fact that she got a card, and she treasured those things. So the money became a part of the other memorabilia. It was just interesting how she did that. Good morning, Cherie. Good morning, Sunshine. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to Are You Stuck? But anyway, today we're going to talk about gifts. And I tell you, a gift, it's no S's on it, because you can give a gift over and over and over again. And some people get multiple gifts. But we're going to talk about a gift. And it says, what is a gift? And it says, a gift is a thing given willingly to someone without payment. There's nothing being required back. It says it's a presentation that you give to somebody. Sometimes it could be charitable. It could be a bonus, an award, a bounty, a bequest, a settlement, an inheritance. And, I always think about that thing, inheritance, because a lot of times they say the younger people coming up, that they're waiting for their inheritance. And sometimes you even see in the news where children have killed their parents just so they can get the inheritance. So sometimes you just have to realize that money in the form of a gift can be extremely powerful. But there's other forms of gifts. Some people gift land. Some people gift cars. They may gift a house. They may gift, just a new outfit, some glasses, whatever. But they do give things away. But it says it also could be an endowment. It could be a benefaction. It could be a tip, a gratuity, a freebie. I like that. Somebody gives you a freebie. It says it could be a sweetener. Now those are kind of poppy kind of words, sweeteners. And it could be a prerequisite to something else that's coming. Meaning that, I had a friend that always, her husband would celebrate her by he'd start off her week, and on Monday he would give her a gift. And Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, all the way up to the day of her birthday. And on that final day, that would be a big gift, And that's nice if you can get it. If you can get it. Hey, Cherie. If you can get it, that's good. That's good. A good'em. Oh, okay, a good'em. Okay, that's good. That's good. So anyway, when we talk about gift, we're just talking about what has been given. And somebody else on the other side, they're going to be the receiver. So what are they getting? And so when we really talk about gift and we break it down, we're going to start with the first G, the G in the letter in the word of gift. It talks about to give something. That means freely give it. It's to transfer. That means it's no longer yours. You've given it away. You've given it away. And it says the possession of it is no longer, good morning, Sylvia, is no longer yours anymore if you've given something away. As a gift, that's what you're doing. And so you've given it away. It says some cases you might lend somebody something. You give it to them for a short period of time. I don't really like doing that because sometimes it never comes back, or it comes back in not the way it went. So it could be an offer of some sort, an award, a grant, to donate, to pledge, to contribute, to will somebody something. It says, Jones says, a gift of self to someone in need. That's true. That's true. Then that's done in so many ways. To give something is also to leave it, meaning it no longer belongs to you, so you're leaving it with them. Okay, and it also could be a bequeath. So to give something away to someone else in a form of a gift is beautiful. So I thought I wanted to introduce it like that and then skip over to my poem. You know, I always come up with a poem or a song for the day. So today's poem is by Frank Sonnenberg. It just says Frank Sonnenberg online. And I got it someplace in the Pinterest area. It says the gift of giving. Give out of love, not obligation. Give when it's least expected. Give without strings attached. Give from your heart. Give of yourself. Give to show that you care. Give help without causing helplessness. Give something that takes personal sacrifice. Give to make a difference. Give to keep score. Let me read that again. Give without keeping score. Give for no reason at all. Give a little if you can't give a lot. Give without attracting attention to yourself. Give without being asked. Give your experience. Give to those who need it most. So to give, really, it talks about the kind of person you are. You're not seeking anything in return. You're giving out of care. You're giving out of love. You're giving out of someone else's need, someone else's, pain, someone else's trouble, their sorrow, their sympathy, whatever it is that's going on. You're giving it out of your kindness, your will, your love. So to me, give is extremely important when you're dealing with a gift. That's why I kind of put them together. So anyway, we'll go back to the word of gift, of a gift. The I is for intentional. Intentional, meaning it's done on purpose. It was done deliberately. You meant to give that gift because someone needed it. Someone deserved it. Someone can use it. That's what a gift is. Good morning, Deborah. So that's what the gift is all about. Just understanding the importance of the intention. The intention wasn't like it was something somebody else gave you the idea for. You intended to do it. And a lot of times people can maybe lead you to something, but only you can make the decision to do it. So the intention is deliberate. It is calculative. It's conscious. You've made a conscious effort to give somebody something. It was intended. It was planned. It was meant to be done. You considered it. We talked about considered yesterday. It was studied. Sometimes you knowingly, willfully, wanton, purposeful. It says pre-planned, and of course it's voluntary. So when you give somebody something, it's important. It was important enough to you to give it. Hopefully it was important enough for it to be received. And sometimes people don't always acknowledge what they've received from you. And so you have to be okay with that. When you give something, no strings attached. Nothing. You've just done it. You've done it out of the kindness, the love, the care, the belief that what you're seeing and feeling is on top. So anyway, when we give of a gift, we're okay with it, In fact, when I think about Deborah gave me a gift earlier in this pandemic. She brought me by my face mask. And you know what? I haven't worn it yet because I think it's just so precious. But I'm not going to be like my mother and find it when I die. So I will wear it. Okay, Deborah? I'm going to wear it. But it's beautiful. It is beautiful. So I think all those kinds of things of giving is certainly important. And for me, I always say thank you. The next word for the F of gift is feeling. Feeling. You have some emotional attachment to something that you've done for somebody else. It says it's an emotional state of reaction, meaning you're reacting in it. You felt good about doing that. You said, I'm going to do this for somebody. And sometimes I would just take something by somebody and do it. I don't tell them. I'll ring the bell, leave it, especially if it's during pandemic. I'll leave it because I don't want them to have to worry about me getting in their house or me trying to get close to them. Good morning, Lavenda. So to me, I have a good feeling about what I'm doing when I give a gift. I feel it. I want to do it. They didn't ask for it, but I wanted it. I wanted them to have it. And so it talks about that the feeling could be one of love. It could be one of care, one of affection, one of fondness, one of tenderness, of concern, warmth. It says one of desire, one of infatuation, because sometimes we can be infatuated with people. We can be, and so we want to do things for. It says it could be one of empathy, one of sympathy, and one of understanding. So all those things talks about the feeling that we have when we give something to somebody. We give it out of our heart. We want to do it. Now I know that there's some people who give things because they want to be seen. They want to be known. They want to be recognized. They want to be, good morning, Tamir. They want to be up there. Good morning, Tricia. They want to be acknowledged. Okay? Sometimes that feeling may get you, what I say, off track, because you don't want to, I don't want to rise on the feeling that I did something for somebody. I want to rise before I did it. I want to rise. That rise excites me to say, I want them to have this, and I'm excited that I'm able to do it. Good morning, Lynn. I'm excited that I'm able to do all this for somebody, whatever it might be, because to me, gifts should come from the heart. Come from the fact that you thought about it, you felt good about it. It made you feel good before you even gave it. And hopefully after you've given it to whomever you directed it towards, that you still feel good. Now sometimes I've given something to people and they've said, "Oh no, baby, I don't like this. I don't like that." Because you don't know. You don't know. And that's okay. That is okay. The effort, you have to go back to the effort. Go back to the fact that it was something that you wanted to do. You were driven to do, but that doesn't mean that everybody's going to like it. And that's okay. Of course, my mother would always say, like when somebody brought us some cake by the house when we were little and we didn't like it, because I don't know if I told you the story, but there was a man in our church who would always make like cornbread and put chocolate frosting on it. And I would just get so tickled. And he would always say, little Sandy, you gonna have some of this? And I hardly knew what to say. But I would say yes. And then I would go to my mom. My mom said, "Oh, just cover it up. Just cover it up. We'll get to it. Because you're going to take your little plate home." My mother, as soon as we got to the door, it had to go. Because we weren't going to eat cornbread with chocolate frosting on it. It just didn't taste good. Cornbread was with other stuff like greens and fried chicken and stuff, but it didn't make sense for it to be with other cakes, and certainly not with chocolate frosting. And the T of gift is thanks. Now, I want you to know that you sometimes have to thank yourself before you give a gift, and just in the event that you don't hear thank you on the other side. Okay? Because once again, we're going back to the intention was to just do it. That was your intention. So if you don't hear thanks, you need to be thankful for the fact that it was still given to you to do. You still did it. You're still content. Okay, deal with it. So anyway, thanks says it's an expression of gratitude, appreciation, acknowledgement, recognition, credit, and hats off. So, sometimes you're not going to get a hats off. You're not going to get a thank you. You're not going to get acknowledged. And you have to be okay with the fact that you did your part. Your part was to say, I'm going to step on in there. I'm going to do something. I want to do something. I feel compelled to do it. And there's nothing wrong with that. That is life. Sometimes what we plan is not what's in someone else's plan. And what they get is not what they want. And I'll give you a quick thing that I did probably 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. I had gone to lunch, and everyone knows that I'm not the best person to eat lunch with because I'm I'm my own food critic. I take things and separate them and put things aside so I don't eat the whole thing, just diet kind of craziness over the years. And this one particular time I had this like sandwich. I never touched it. In fact, I asked him to the attendant, or the waitress, to take the sandwich and not even bring it to me, and just to cover it up, to wrap it up, when I put the chips in there and everything. And I saw there was a homeless person on the side of the road going back to work. And I said, "Hey, I have lunch for you." And so I, leaned over and tried to hand it to him. He took it and then he threw it away. He said, "I need money." So sometimes your gift is not what they want. Is not what they want. And it kind of hurt my feelings, but ask me, did I give him any money? No, because I probably would have come back by the next day or later on and given him money, because he took the food. And even though the sign said I have a need for food, he really didn't want it. So sometimes we're tricked by what we see. We're tricked by what we see. But I say, as a person who enjoys to give gifts, who just that's my way of just saying I care, I love you. It's my kindness going forward. You don't have to ask for it. You don't. I just love. And we were always taught to love like that. My family. My father and mother always did nice things for the neighbors. If somebody was in a jam, my father went middle of the night, whatever. He was going to help them. My mother, the same thing. So we were taught. It was basically drilled in us that you will be kind, you would be giving, you would be loving. And so that's been my mantra most of my life. And I want to ask you some questions now to see about your gift giving and what you expect. So it says, question number 1. I hope you have a pen and paper. It says, what gifts do you give? What gifts? Now, if you give the gift of friendship, that's a gift. If you give the gift of kindness, that's a gift. If you give an actual physical gift, that's a gift. If you've taken people on trips that they didn't have to pay a dime for, serious gift. Okay? If you've given your children a house, given them money, those are all gifts. And sometimes when you live with people or you've birthed them, they may not always see what they expect. They expect more because they've gotten so much all along, and so therefore the bar is high. And sometimes you have to lower the bar back down and tell them, "Excuse me, this is all I have. This is all I'm going to." I tell my daughter all the time that my inheritance, her inheritance, I'm using right now. Sometimes you just have to say what it is. I'm using your money right now, and therefore I'm moving on. Okay, so what do you expect in return once you give a gift? Write it down. Be honest. Do you want a thank you? I mean, I'd like a thank you. That's personal. I'd like a thank you. But if I don't get one, I shore myself up for it just in case. I shore myself up. Question number 2, are you intentional with your gift giving? Intentional. Or do you feel forced? Do you feel forced? Because sometimes people will badger you into giving them something. So that's why I say intentional versus coerced. Sometimes they happen. Question number 3, what feelings have you felt when, during, or after giving someone something? You've gifted them something. What feelings do you have? Now, I deal with my feelings before and try to let the ones after go. Now, if I see that they're excited, I'm excited with them and for them. But if I don't see any excitement or anything, then I had the right feeling when I did what I was told to do. My mind told me to do it. I was conscious about the decision I made to be kind, to be loving, Sincere gifts are given without conditions. Absolutely. Absolutely. Without conditions, which is what that poem was talking about. Don't expect anything. Don't expect anything. But we're human. And sometimes we human beings want to hear some human comments. We want to hear some human acknowledgement. Want to hear a few yays and thank yous or whatever. That's just who we are. And the last question is, do you expect a thank you? Or do you just thank yourself and let it go? Do you expect a thank you? And sometimes we're not always honest. We can say we didn't expect one. Now, from my daughter, I expect one. I tell her I expect one, especially if it's something where I had to go way out to do, like if her car broke down or if, she needs, a little change or something. That I expect. Only because I'm probably stretching myself a little bit. And sometimes when we stretch ourselves, we're not always able, to we're just worried. We're worried about it's our child. We're worried about it's our parent. It's our sister, brother. Good morning, Shirley. We're just worried. And so but if I've stretched myself, meaning went into my savings funds, same with my son. See, we know children. Do we not know children? And no matter how old they are, you're always going to be mom, always going to be dad, always. I remember my mother, the last time I saw her when she was up and really doing well, very, very well. I remember we were going to take a trip to New York City to go see a play and go shopping and have dinner. And I remember her looking at us, and she was still scolding me. Now, I'm going to tell you, I was in my 40s. She scolded me, talking about, hey, don't get any trouble. Stay away from derelicts. Don't remember, pay attention when you're riding the subway. She had all these comments for me, all these comments. So, but she had it for everybody in the car because we were all driving. So my niece, everything was she always had some. In fact, she had told me those things upstairs in her house before I even got downstairs and we got in the car. But I just remember her being concerned, and we're always going to be concerned parents about our children. But I still expect, if I've stretched myself, out of my realm of being comfortable, then I want to hear it. I want to hear some thank yous. And I took her some stuff last night, and she was very thankful. She said, "Oh, Mom." I said, "Hey, you still working? Stay over there." But anyway, she's doing well. She is doing well, and I'm grateful for that. That's my gift. God gave me that gift years ago, and I hang with her when I can. And I'm praying that her gifts will come forward. Her gifts. Not gifts. She doesn't have to give me anything. But just the gift of, accept the love, that's a gift. Her kindness towards her mom, that's a gift. Her talking to her mom, all those are gifts. And I love them all. But anyway, that's gifts. That was our discussion today. Gifts. What do you do with them? Do you expect a thank you? Are they intentional when they're done? And do you mind giving and mind waiting on your own thank you? No, I don't. I give. Good morning, T. How are you? I love to give, and I don't worry if I hear thank you, except for my kid, because she's close to me. She's close to me like that. But I want you all to have a wonderful day. Be mindful of the gifts that you give, even in friendship, in kindship, in loveship, any kind of ship. Just understand the importance of giving the gift of yourself and the things that you've done or will do for others. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope to see you again tomorrow, and we'll conjure up something else that hopefully you will stay to hear, and then you can utilize. And I hope you all are writing a book, because I'm giving you some nuggets every day to think about, write down, and certainly what I would say, mold something for another day. This is another great discussion. Thank you. Thank you, Joan. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate all of y'all that come and stay. And also, I know you all have probably been seeing me posting things online about Mr. Al, and hopefully we will have something soon. That's okay, T. We'll be here tomorrow. You too, Maurice. And y'all, it'll play back in a minute. But we want to try to have a book signing. So if you bought a book, if you purchased a book from Amazon and you want it signed, I'm going to give you that date soon on when we can all get together and get your book signed. I also have some signed copies. If you want one, just hit me up. You can do Messenger. You can, send it to my Facebook page, or you can just, call me if you have my number. All right. I want you to have a blessed, blessed day. I love you. I love you. I love you. See you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.